Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia July. I'm both the host and the producer for this program. And with me is Irene Faithful. And we are here to demonstrate very simple, basic, fun to do yoga. If you've never tried yoga, please try this class because I think you'll really enjoy the simplicity of it and the fact that you can do it. We do have yoga mats, but if you want to do this on your carpet or floor, be our guest. We are going to be seated for part of it, but for the first part, we're going to focus on our posture, on our alignment, on some simple basic movements that the spine can make, some modified yoga poses, and we're going to be focusing on shoulder stretches. And that's something that everyone could benefit from. So if you want to just watch through the standing section, I really guarantee that you'll get something from it. So we're going to start in the very front of our mats, and we're going to warm up our feet. So I want you to lift your heels and then lower them back down. Roll up on the balls of your feet back on the heels. So we're going to move those arms in opposition of the way the body is moving. So when we move the body forward, we're going to move the arms back. So front and back. And then take a moment to open the chest to the side. So open those shoulders, lift the rib cage high, stretching the chest open. Then we're going to round out the back. But before we do, in yoga, we always engage the core. So I want you to really feel the navel drawing to the spine. Engage the core and round the spine. We're going to come to our knees and just look down at your mat. So let your head fall with that movement. And then draw the navel back into your spine as you come up. So we're going to do that 4 more times. Let's open the chest. Let's reach up this time. Lift the rib cage high. Exhale and come down to the knees. And again, deep breath in. Open the chest here and come down to the knees. And 2 more like that. Breathe in, open. Exhale, come down to the knees. And last time here, breathe in, exhale, and come down to the knees. Now, some of you may be able to come down to your shins, or your ankles, or even your toes. So if you feel good at this point to come down a little further, you can. While you're there, go ahead and grab for your strap. All right? So what we're going to do with the strap is we're going to loop the ends of our strap together. So if you have an old men's tie, if you have a rag that's a scrap of a rag that's just long, if you have a belt that you don't mind using, there's lots of things that you can use instead of yoga straps. But we're going to use this strap to warm up first. So I want you to take your left arm out, keep your right hand by your hip, and we're just going to roll that strap over to the right and then pull it back to the left. So it looks like this. Roll back and around. So allowing the shoulders to stretch a little bit. Look up underneath your left shoulder, then come back around. And again, keeping that right hand on your hip the whole time. Just swing that left arm around and back. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Keep your left hand down. And you're going to move your right arm over, look underneath your right shoulder, and move that right arm back. And again, so we're laterally flexing the spine this time. Come on back. We extended the spine. We flexed the spine. And now we're laterally stretching that spine. 1 more time. Hold there. And bring those arms back. And we're going to lift those arms up to the height of the shoulders. And then keep lifting those arms up and look at the ceiling. And now, straighten that spine. Pull up through the crown of your head. Bend the elbows. Pull those elbows down. And now loop up the strap so your hands are closer together. And stretch the chest. Just pull those arms back. Really feel the chest stretch as you bring those arms straight back behind you. Lift your rib cage high. And now, holding on to those hands, you're going to pull forward. Lower that chest down. Look forward this time. So keep the back in extension. Just feel that chest stretch. And then come back. Now we're going to add a little twist to this. So I want you to turn to the right and then turn to the left. And one more time, turn to the right and turn to the left. Good. Now, relax your right arm all together and just give it a little swing. So we're just going to roll that arm around. Just relax the shoulder. And we're going to take our left elbow in the air and let that strap dangle behind you. Now, take the right arm back and climb up the strap. Try to reach. If you can, grab those hands. If you can. If you can't, just hold on to the strap with both hands and give a little tug upward with your left hand. So if you can, pull up with the strap so you feel the stretch in your right shoulder. If you are able to grab the hands, ideally you can do that as well. So let's try the other side. Let's take that left arm down, relaxing the shoulder. You're going to keep the right arm in the air and just relax that left shoulder. Swing it around. You're going to keep that right elbow up, but keep the strap dangling behind your back. You're going to take the left arm up the back. Walk your left arm up the back. And if you can, grab those hands. Stretching the chest as much as you can here. Hold on. Lifting the chest, look up in the air. And stay there. Two more slow breaths as we stretch. And now, bring that strap down. Now, I want you to actually put the strap underneath your buttocks. And we're going to sit down as though you were sitting back in a swing, all right? You're going to hold the ends of your strap, and you're going to sit down. Just lower those hips down so you almost feel like you're supported a little bit. Hold on to the end of the straps and sit back, just as low as you feel comfortable. But remember, it's not a swing, so don't just sit all the way back. Just come down slowly. Now, use your hands to help pull you up. So if you have bad knees, this is a really nice tool, the strap is, because you can help pull yourself up instead of putting pressure in the knees, right? I've had some knee issues before, and I just have found this to be really helpful in strengthening the quadriceps and rehabbing the knee a little bit. So up and down, sitting back, and pulling yourself up. Pull up. Because sometimes your biceps and your shoulders are going to be stronger than your quads. And certainly we don't want the force to be in our knee joint. Two more times, up and down. And last time. All right. So we're going to lose the strap for now. Just put it off to the side. And we're going to take our right heel up off the mat. So in yoga, we focus a lot on balance. And balance is not a favorite for a lot of people who have bad balance, but they actually need to improve their balance for fear of falling. So we're going to start very easily. Now, take the left heel up. So if we start gradually lifting some of the body weight off of one side, we're starting to get the feeling of being balanced on one leg without actually being there. So let's go ahead and come back onto the left leg. So you're still balancing with less body weight on the right side. We're going to start to lift that leg up, but before we do, let's put our hands on our hips. Sometimes that helps us to stabilize the pelvis. We're going to lift that right leg and see if we can bring the knee up to the height of your hip. Hold it there and flex your foot. Point and flex your foot and just gaze down at the floor in front of your knee. See if that helps. The gaze in yoga is helpful for stability. So we find a place and we just keep looking at that place. Let's put that right foot down. Let's try the other side. Lift the left heel, and then slowly bring that left knee up to the height of your left hip, and then point and flex your foot. So in yoga, we have several balance poses, but a very fun and simple one is tree pose. So we're going to go ahead and perform a very basic tree pose. We're going to externally rotate our right hip, and we're going to bring that right heel up to the ankle. So there's our roots. Those are the roots on one side. So already we've shifted our body weight over to the left. Not all the way, but enough that you're going to feel the need to tighten up the quads, lift the kneecap up there. We're going to start with those hands in prayer. Now, if you're able to, slide your foot over to your ankle. Try that. See if that works for you. You can always come back, ball of your foot on the floor. Now let's bring those arms up in the air. Still in prayer, but arms up in the air. Now interlace your fingers and draw the arms closer to your ears. Now our focus is going to be on axial extension, pulling that spine as long as you can upward to the ceiling. And now slowly move that leg up to the calf if you can. Stay steady. Stay strong, opening that right hip as much as you can. And come down in prayer. And let's switch to the other side. So open the left hip, slide your left heel over to your right ankle. And if that's where you want to stay, please feel free. Hold on. Let's take the arms up in the air. Interlace your fingers and draw the arms into your ears, creating a lot more stability and lengthening up through the crown of your head. Lift your right kneecap up and see if you can slide your left leg up just a little higher. And take it down. Now, turn your hands inside out and just reverse the pressure on your wrist there. Push out through the heels of your hands. And now make a fist behind you. Pull the elbows in, gently push against the buttocks, and enjoy a little greater backward bend. Just look up in the air. And hold here. So we're going to be going through a warrior sequence. Sort of a basic yoga vinyasa. Vinyasa means linking yoga poses together. That's a vinyasa. And a vinyasa that flows is those linking movements that come together almost like a dance, if you will. So we're going to start in Utkatasana, mighty pose. So we're going to sit back like we did. Protect your knees. Don't sit back that far. Look down at the floor in front of you. Keep your gaze there. Then we're going to come back up slowly. Slide your right foot back. And then take those arms up in the air. Deep breath in. Excellent. As you lower them, open to the right side of your mat in Virabhadrasana 2. Then we're going to airplane the arms around. Breathe in and lift your right heel. Again, a little balance challenge. You can stay here or try to lift that right foot in the air and come forward. Or bring those hands in prayer and stay there. Pushing down into the heel, pushing back with your right heel. Stay strong and breathe. Now we're going to return to the mat. Bring those arms back up to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale and twist to the left side of the mat. Deep breath in, airplane the arms around. And step your right foot forward and into prayer. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So there's your little vinyasa flow using the warrior sequence. So here we go. Let's sit back and do Utkatasana. Deep breath in. Exhale and slowly come back. Sliding the left foot back. Deep breath in. Virabhadrasana 1. Up we go. Exhale out. Virabhadrasana 2. Deep breath in. Airplane the arms around, lifting that left heel off the ground. Exhale, pull forward. Stay there or bring that left foot in the air. And you can stay floating over your mat with airplane arms or bring your hands in prayer right to heart center. And step on back. Bring the arms back up in the air. Lift the chest up high. And on the exhale, twist to your right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and come back to center. Hands in prayer. Very nice. Deep breath in. Reach up. And this time, Uttanasana, full forward fold. See how far you can come. Slowly come down. And at this time, we're going to step back with our right foot and our left foot and drop to the knees. And we're just going to tap down the top of our feet, creating a little bit more circulation in our whole body, shaking those legs around. And we're going to do a little cow. So let the midsection of your body drop towards the mat. Take your tailbone up in the air. And then on the exhale, we're going to roll inward. Round out the back here. And then once again, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale and round the back here. We're going to slide our left foot back on our mat, and we're going to do a little angular twist. We're going to open our chest to the right and look up, if you can, into your right hand. And come back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Curl the toes of your right foot. Push back. Turn all the way around to the left. Then if you can, reach up with your left arm. Open the chest as high as you can. Stay there. And come back down. And once again, left foot is back. Turn all the way around. And open that chest. Lean back into that shoulder as much as you can. Nice twist. And last one. Right leg is back. And twist. Open that chest. All right. Now I know a lot of you are probably uncomfortable on your knees. We're going to take a little break from that and drop the belly down. Now, a big concern for beginners in yoga is their low back. If you spend a lot of time seated or even a lot of time standing with improper posture, you will oftentimes tighten that low back. Even if you don't have structural damage, you have tight muscles back there. And so it doesn't feel good oftentimes to start moving more than the body wants to move, and you aggravate some of the nerves back there. So we don't want to do that at all. What we want to do is start you on a comfortable journey, an easy journey in yoga. So we're going to support ourselves on our elbows. So you'll feel the back working just a little bit here as we bring the elbows off the mat. So we're going to keep that left elbow down, and as we lift the right elbow and reach forward, you're going to feel the back strengthening. But the pelvis remains on the floor, so you won't feel that low back strain. So this is to strengthen the back and to strengthen the shoulders. Come back down and extend that left arm. Open your left hand, stretch it outward, and bring that arm back. Let's try it again with the right. Reach out and breathe. And back down. And left arm is out. And breathe. And down. Now, separate your hands wide apart. We're going to let the right ear come down to the floor, gently twisting, stretching those neck muscles. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Turn all the way around to that side. And now slide those hands back to the middle of your chest, and we're going to round the back in cat tilt. Round out the spine. Let your head just drop there. Stretch out that low back. And now fall over to your right hip. And we're going to reach for our straps once again. And this time, we're going to be using the straps to get a little bit more flexibility in our hamstrings. So we're going to start by pushing out through those heels, tightening up those quads. We're going to try to strap the bottom of the arches of our feet. And we're going to keep the back straight. Now watch. I'm going to roll my hands up in the strap. And now I'm going to bend my elbows just slightly, and I'm going to pull my body, which is straight. I'm going to pull it forward, keeping my spine straight so you feel those hamstrings. You don't feel your back. And I want you to continue coming as far as you don't have to round out the back. And if you do that, you really feel some good hamstring stretch there. So just pull forward, keep the back as straight as possible. And look over your toes. Deepen your breaths. And now come up. And we're going to slide our left heel in. I hope we got some feeling of good hamstring stretch there. I want you to slide that left leg in. And now we're going to do a bind using the strap. This is a yoga pose that's great to stretch the chest if you can do it. But a lot of people struggle and think their arms aren't long enough because their shoulders, their anterior delts, and their chest muscles are so tight they can't do it. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the strap around the left side of our body. We're going to go ahead and grab the strap like this and roll up those arms. And open the chest. Hold on to the strap. And just look back over the right shoulder, really getting a nice stretch for the chest. Now, as you feel more comfortable with that stretch, you can start to bring those hands a little closer together. Watch what happens. As your hands come closer together, you're in that bind. And here's the bind. And as they say, you're in a bind. Now we're going to release those arms and try the same thing on the other side. Slide your right heel up. And bring that strap around. The right side of your body. And we're going to turn left. Make sure the right arm is on the inside of your body. And start to grab a hold of that strap. Open the chest to your left. Lean back into the left shoulder as you continue to stretch open the chest. And when you're able to, slide those hands back if you can. Reaching those hands a little closer together. Opening the rib cage as much as possible. Breathe. Continue those breaths. And now we're going to release. And we're going to keep those straps off to the side. And we're going to roll down into our mat. And this is usually everyone's favorite pose, is Savasana. But we're going to go through and build into the pose gradually. First, if your back is at all tender, you don't want to straighten the legs all together. You want to relax that low back. So we're going to be moving the knees side to side. Let them fall into each other, rubbing the knees, and just relax your face. And now, let's slowly bring those heels down to the bottom of your mat. And as you get comfortable and let your body go, I just want to thank you so much for viewing Yoga with Cynthia. And until next time, namaste. Let your feet turn out, palms up, and continue to breathe in and out through the nose.